Hey, peace and harmony here with you today. How to rekindle, how to begin new relationships after coming out of a narcissist or psychopathic relationship. Oftentimes, what I find is it's a real beginning to a new stage in life. The people who have gone through a psychopathic relationship, they realize that that not only this person, but chances are there are other people in their life, or patterns of different relationships in their life that have kind of come to a paramount, or have kind of catapulted them into this realization of self-discovery, and that they now want to begin to heal, recover for good. They no longer want to be on this set pattern in their relationships, so they're seeking to really kind of start again, heal and recover, and stop that cycle, that downward cycle of feeling insecure, or being vulnerable again. And so oftentimes what I find is a lot of people, they don't want to even begin to approach the relationship market again. They don't even want to go out there. And so the goal of this session in this video today is how to begin to surround yourself with better people, better relationships, so you can heal within, you can become your best version, and you can partake of all the great, sweet parts of life again. Yes, you've been through some traumatic situations. This is kind of like a wake-up call. It's essentially, a new beginning. And after a period of recovery, you find that, you get enough courage, you get enough strength within yourself to begin to want to begin again. And how to actually do that effectively, so you don't keep finding the same guy in a different pair of shoes. You don't want to relapse into that situation, of course, because it only gets worse and worse, and you don't want to continue to have to relearn these same lessons again and again. So what I'm going to recommend here is something, what I'm going to call radical action or radical change. If we keep doing the same thing again and again, we're going to get the same results. So what I want you to do is start thinking outside of the box for yourself, and really start looking at some new groups, new activities, new centers, things to begin to surround yourself with, new books, new resources that can begin to rekindle kind of I want to call it a repressed or latent side of you. Something that you haven't really explored yet. Maybe something you've always wanted to do but haven't, because the timing wasn't right, the money wasn't there, the people weren't there. And some people find it very difficult to go out and explore some things for themselves or on their own. Some people are very good at it. However, at this stage in the game, I want you to really begin to heal and get that foundation within yourself, and start surrounding yourself with some really positive situations. And if you're just coming out of the narcissist or psychopathic relationship, maybe you're not ready for that yet, but at least let's work to begin to plant the seed, so when you're maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months out and you're beginning to feel good again, a little bit better sense of trust in life as a whole, that you can begin to get out into some new groups, some new people, some new activities for yourself. And some of these I'm going to recommend that you try in terms of new groups especially. Chances are you might have a talent of yours that you might have had in high school or college. It's time to bring those out again, and do this again, maybe with other women or other people who you're not trying to get into a relationship with. Completely begin to remove that barrier of needing to attract someone sexually or for the attractor factor. You don't need to work on that right now. You want to start creating relationships that aren't based on that aren't based on trying to be attractive, trying to become in a relationship, trying to get into that dating scene. What I want you to do is begin to see if you can enroll yourself in some groups, or start a group that has to do with a talent, kind of that's been a secret desire of yours. Perhaps it's writing, perhaps it's community theater, perhaps it's music or playing music, perhaps it's writing, photography, filmmaking, reading books, what do you call it, reading circles, book clubs. Meetup.com is a wonderful resource in your area. If you've never used it, I'm definitely going to recommend you try it. A lot of those tend to have, a lot of them have to center around drinking and like going out and going dancing. I'm going to recommend you go the other direction right now. What I want you to do is kind of begin to embrace the wholesome side of life. You know, something that's going to give you some more cultural edification in your life right now. You know, going to the museum, going to a new cafe, going to a new neighborhood in your town, going on a day trip, going on an overnight weekend trip. Even if it's on your own or with some girlfriends or some trusted family members, what I want this to do is absolutely be a safe place for you. Try getting out and getting involved in some of these. Maybe it's a health club, maybe it's a spa that you can, you know, volunteer or you know, volunteer at, take up a volunteering activity. Something where it's going to get you out of your usual circle of people and just get around, you know, some other influences right now. It doesn't have to be the perfect experience, you know, but getting involved in, you know, a lot of people, you know, back in the day they used to have like women's clubs. You know, oftentimes we don't see those anymore, but meetup.com, you know, is a great thing. They have different hiking groups. You can even start one, you know, if you enjoy hiking. Gardening, they have a lot of, you know, where they go out to see different music and things. But I want to recommend for you to stay out of the venues that attract the narcissist types. You know what I'm talking about, the clubs, the nightclubs, the bars. You know, getting out of recovery, you know, for myself, it was like, well, you know, maybe I should try to meet people at the bar. You know, it didn't work out. You know, I had some fun times, but, you know, it's perpetuating the same situation. And breaking that cycle is really imperative. So I'm going to recommend going out and trying some of these new activities. And in future videos, I'm going to be giving you some exercises to open your mind and really, you know, start to look at some of these for yourself. Even if it's like silk painting, ceramics, things with your hands, you know, working in a therapeutic manner with children, going ahead and volunteering at an old folks home, an abused, you know, a center or home for abused children or domestic violence, volunteering at a homeless shelter, you know, beginning to expand some of your spheres of social influence in a more secure, stable manner. And it doesn't have to be something that you know, all of a sudden you're trying to become chairman of the board for. Just go in and try it for a little bit. You don't have to go and be, you know, hyper gregarious or something of that nature, but just going out and interacting with people who are maybe a little bit different, I think would be a great way for you to begin to kind of reset and recalibrate some of the traumatic experiences and give you a greater sense of hope. Peace and harmony coming at you today. Love you. Please subscribe for more great videos, tools, and discussions, and please share videos that I have here with anyone who you feel needs it. Love you and have a beautiful day.